am showing you inside of my kit. Now I did a birthday party this weekend, so this is what it looks like when I come home, and there may need to be a little bit of work done, but this is where things are at. And I wanted to give you guys an idea of what I take with me on the job. A fair, a festival, a birthday party, this is what I take. So this is my brush holder here, and you can see it holds enough that there are double lane brushes. If it's super windy, I leave it down. As long as it's not too windy, I just fold it here on the side and it stands up just like that. And then you just pull this little string out. These became popular in the last few years. This one's from Art Factory and I love it. But let me walk you through a few essentials. This is a palette knife. A palette knife is a really good tool to have with you in your kit because it's not sharp, but it lets you clean up edges and cut through your paint really nice and keep your kit beautiful. You can see I've got all kinds of color on the back of the palette knife from where I've been smashing. This is a nice little silicone brush if you're worried about not putting your fingers in your chunky glitter. I know you guys watch me put my fingers in mine all the time, but they do make glitter application brushes like that. This one is a new one I got, which is really fun. It's a blender and you can do shadows and stuff and really be a little rougher with this brush than you would with a regular one. And I've started using it for my stencil work and I love it because it's so small that I can get really crisp little details while stenciling. Then we go into floral brushes. So I've got a whole bunch in here. Just picking one up from Blazing Brush. So anytime you see the purple, you'll know that's a Blazing Brush. Love those. And these are for the two-tone double dip petals, and I'm excited to keep playing and learning and trying new things with them as well. They also make a Flora brush, which is just the same thing as a petal brush, but it has a smashed ferrule at the end, so it gives you a little bit more of a pointed petal. This is by the Paint Hub, not the Face Paint Hub, the Paint Hub. And I've really been enjoying their round brush, actually. Next, I've got angle brushes. So this one is Sweet Angle by Loady Up. And I've been loving that brush for the ghost technique, especially enjoying her brushes. This is a Mark Reed brush. I use this one to lay in like bulk red anytime I'm doing Spider-Man or something. That can be really nice. I use it almost like a sponge. And then round brushes. Oh my goodness, Face Painting Hub has great round brushes. I've really been enjoying their round brushes as well as their angle brushes. Right here you can see I've got a couple of those. And I've got some Squiggle Doodle brushes. These are the GTX 5/8 inch flat brush with the long bristles. I feel like this one just is so nice when I'm doing leaves and stuff because it holds so much pigment. Then of course I've got my Protege brushes. I use these ones almost on every single face. I love them so much. So this is a 1/2 inch filbert and then the 3/4 inch short shader. This is a workhorse in my kit. I also love the script liner brushes. I go through periods where I will pick up a liner brush and use it all the time and then it goes back in my kit for a while. Do you need this many paintbrushes? Of course you don't. So you can see I've got brushes in my kit I've never even used. And that's really nice because then when I'm having a grumpy day, that's a really easy pick me up for me. It's like, oh look, I got a new brush. So you find the ways to make your kit work for you, but I definitely recommend trying all of the styles of brushes. You just don't need to have 4 of each. Okay, so that is my brushes, and these are the dirty sponges, but I've got a nice little garment bag here. One for clean, one for dirty. You can throw these right in your laundry, but I've got my 2 favorite sponges are the half round and then the petal sponge. But with sponges, all you got to know is you don't want to run out, so have lots, and then you know, do your best to keep them clean and organized because in my world they pile up so bad. Now for the kit. Are you ready? This is my kit. You can carry it easy here. You can put it in a grocery bag. You can see everything that's inside of it. Here's my mirror. It is covered in stickers. This is a little page I have, kind of boy choices and girl choices. I never use this. What this is for is this is to keep my tablecloth clean. So this just goes down on my page because it's a piece of plastic. This is what I use as my choice board when I am at a birthday party. Usually I just let the kids pick whatever they want, but you can hand one of these to every kid. You can even put what number they are in line on the card if you want to. Let's keep looking. All right, this is my little messy area. I would not be me without a mess. So I stay as clean as I can, but you'll see there's a little bit of rubble in here. By having it contained to this little bit, if it gets too much, it's time to take it out. So we'll dig here together. This is Elisa Griffiths. I need to get a smaller case for this, but I absolutely love shimmer powders. You can see my favorite ones are the ones that are empty. That's that. And then I love trying new things. So this is my latest new thing that I've been playing with. This is the Face Painting Hubs palettes. We've got a Secret Garden palette and the Party palette. I haven't done a ton with it yet. So that is my current stretch. This is my chunky glitter. I went ahead and I put it into a bead case, and this is the best because I can just tell the kids which one do you want. They can touch it and their fingers aren't getting in it or whatever. You can see my two most popular colors. I've got this little pink color, this shimmer white, like holographic white, and then this blue and silver. These are all American Body Art glitters. So then I've got 6 of these. These are photo containers for business cards, but as I am given bling from other artists and stuff, I keep my treasures in here. So these are for me, and then I also have additional business cards, and that is that one. This one is for the bling. Now, this is very ugly bling. This is currently what my bling looks like. That I just made today. And so like you can see, I just have much nicer gems here. And look, I have little Stitch princesses. Who doesn't need that? And this has like a beautiful little 3D flower. I've been having a great time making a flat bling and then adding glue and then adding more on top so it becomes a little more 3D. They will each go in an individual little bag that I will then give the parent so they can take their bling home. Next. Okay, this is my little prize pack. So I love when I went to the dentist or the doctor and they had the little treasure chest. I have one of those. So I've got some glow sticks in case it's awesome at night. I've got some little rings in case somebody gets a princess. Look at this cute little fox. I've got some stickers down in the bottom. This is there for if there's a kid that's sick and they can't get their face painted. Oh, but look, I have a present for you so that you can remember me, and next time I see you, I'll paint your face, whatever you need. This can be for, oh, sorry, the line is closed, but here, have a little present. The biggest reason that I go to this is when I'm at a festival and I've painted somebody's face and I want to take a picture. I say, thank you for letting me take your picture. Here's a present. I don't let them choose from here. If they only see one treasure, they're so thrilled. Here are lip wands. Sometimes I'll have Q-tips in here. I've got a few little hair ties because we know those kids that need that. And then a bunch of bobby pins. I have them in 2 places, so I can always find a bobby pin because me and bangs, I win every time. This is where my stencils are at. I don't do a ton of stenciling, and so I'll have 2 or 3 I use the most, like this one. This will be out on my table, and the rest are there with me in case I have the perfect face for a stencil. I have a bunch, but I don't have them out all the time. So that's that one. And then this is what I use with my star blends or my powder paints. So it's just like an eyeshadow applicator, only huge. You buy these in packs of like 50 or 100, I think 200, just so many. And they are printer cleaners or like rifle cleaners. And so you get a bunch of those and you put them in there. So at the end of the day, boom, boom. That's all it takes to load that. So then here we've got my black and my white paint, and I've got, usually 90 grams or so. This is a tag lid, but I've got it loaded. So this is a waxy white. This is probably wolf. And then this is tag. So depending on what consistency of white I want, I have both together. And then on the bottom, I keep my red here for Spider-Man. And then this is my little spray bottle for my sponges. I like to keep it in my kit or else I'll lose it, but I empty it out every time. Here's my star blends. It's almost gone, which is why I have another one behind me that I'll put in there. Here are a couple of loose glitters. These are in there for when I'm doing henna, and I think this one's empty. Tape, that's another henna thing, but it's in there. These are non-tag paints. So tag is the brand I like the best. It's the one I use the most, but I am in love with the neons from Fusion, and they don't sell them in 1-strokes anymore. And so I cut my own. And then this is my new rainbow. Tag made these for me. They're on my Etsy if you want some. A fuchsia, and then neon pink, and then just the regular rainbow. And it just comes out so nice. I love it. And then this is a GTX that I made. It's the first time I've really had GTX in my kit, and I'm playing around with that. have something new. But when you try new things, you don't need to have all of them. You just get a couple and try it. And then if you love it, then you go into more. I've got a little pair of scissors. I'm always in need of scissors. So these will live in there and then they won't. This is a little giveaway that I got. Thank you to the ER for Pets. I love it. This is for henna. Again, here are some pens. You always need one. And then you have tons because you just keep putting them in. This is something that broke off a bag I was using. I probably could just take that out now. This is leftover from Christmas. I tell you guys, mess accumulates. These are little sterile alcohol prep pads. These are great if you need to sanitize a little something. If you're going to paint hands and work on hands, I feel like hands are way germier than faces are. And then I did a super cold event and I got this back body warmer, and it just makes me happy to know I'm not going to be cold. We're going into summer. I'm going to be hot. Like, I need cold things in my kit, not hot ones. Last thing. Here we go. All right. This is my paint. So I'm a face painter. You're a face painter. We're all face painters. This is the bread and butter, right? So let me show you. These are just pencil cases. It's a little finicky, but it works and I love it. What I do when I'm on a gig is I have these stacked like this. I started using these kits instead of the big laptop case that opens up because we started to have strain in my shoulder. And so by doing it this way, ergonomically, I can pick these up and I can load. So by only having 6, it never ends up being too much of a mess and I can really handle it better. So it's awesome. Let me show you my colors. This is the Friends cake. This is one that I sell. You can see you've got Elsa and Anna, and I love this side a lot with sponges. And then this is what I do all my roses. Here we've got a nice tiger blender. This one is my backup shark. I run out of blue faster than any other color in my kit. Here we've got my tropical cake right here that I love. This is my very favorite rainbow. I use this one all the time. It makes a great base for all kinds of designs. This is one I wanted to try and it's been fun. I don't think I'll keep it around forever, but it just replaces the dark green with more bluey teals and it makes great tropical leaves. So that's that one. This is what my rainbow used to look like. I changed this berry wine color to a fuchsia. And so there you can see we've got the big one and the little one that match. I don't use this one quite as often, but something I've been doing that I really enjoy is loading white on a sponge first and then using this, and it turns it into a pastel rainbow that I do really like. These are a couple that I got to play with. They're being fine. This one is my yellow friends, and I really enjoy using it for flowers and butterflies and stuff. Here's the next one. Talked about the rainbow. Here's my big rainbow. Oh my goodness, I love this. So the way that this works is I load one side with the pink across a mask, or it can be the upper wings of a butterfly are in pink and then the bottom wings are in the purple and blue. I'll load these first 3 colors and then I'll load those 3 colors. And those just kind of blend together to make a nice, pretty happy medium. But can you see just a gorgeous rainbow there? And then the edges are really dark and a little shimmery. So they can either take the line work or one stroke work or whatever you want to do. And you can also use them just on one side. If you want the pink and yellow for a design, that's great. Or if you want peacock colors, that's great too. So there's that. And then here's my last 2. You guys, we're almost through my kit. This one here, I use the most for the gray. I can blend it with the black, get it a little bit more gray, blend it with the white, make it a little bit lighter. The cakes that I sell on my Etsy, even though they're big, like you would use a sponge, right? You go in there and sponge it. But if there are 6 colors, it's meant to be used as a 1 stroke. So you've got 3 colors, 3 colors, 3 colors, 3 colors. So you've got unicorn, peacock, reptile, leaves. It's so much fun. And so here you've got black and purple, purple and white, purple and gray, gray and white, black and gray. So I do lots of wolves with this. And then I've started using this as the edge work for butterflies because the black and purple is just such a perfect edge. And then this one is super fun. I've loved having this in my kit. This does the funnest unicorn rainbow hair right there. And then lots of leaves and different things. It's just a really fun cake. So last but not least, here we go into more of the neutral colors. We've got the blues that are all of my sharks and things, and we've got the orange and white and these are for one stroking as well. So here we've got fire, you've got fire, fire. And then we've got the brown. I use Eevee, I do this as a bull, a monkey, it's all kinds of things. And then again, it's companion cake. So that is my kit, you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn about what's inside my magic little box.